Hello again, everybody, and a warm welcome back to the channel. Again, those of you hopefully who joined us yesterday, you had a good time, and we are in the Far East today. Not the Singapore A350, but the Fenix A320 there scoots today, or used to be Tiger Air. And we're departing, in the first instance, out of Singapore Changi today, which is where we begin our journey. We're off to Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, specifically Tan Son Nhat Airport, with the really nice Dominic design team. Payware scenery for that, and this is Cloud Surf Asia's scenery. If you're new to the channel, please do hit like and subscribe down below. By the way, guys, Streamlabs already has crashed once, so who knows what's going to happen today. Hopefully we can cling on. Might have to restart it a couple of times, but who knows. They've been really unhelpful, actually. Kind of blaming hardware and things like that, but it's the only program out of everything that is causing a problem. Only when I'm streaming as well, which is very strange. We're taking part in a VATSIM event today. A Citylink, or a Sealink rather, I should say, between the two cities, and therefore we can expect full ATC along the way. There goes our catering trucks. We've got GSX powering our boarding and our catering and stuff today. And without further ado, let's dive straight into the flight deck to have a little look at our configuration. So 15 minutes to go roughly. We can work through this basically. Problem is, normal OBS doesn't have all the integrations that Streamlabs has. So unless it does, and I don't really understand it very well, but because of that, I kind of, you know, I've not made the switch away just yet. What's frustrating is I've actually not really had too many problems with it. Flight level 380 for cruise. And let's tune to the local frequency. What have we got? We've got tower 118.6.
Good evening, strength 5.
That's on norms, that's all good. That's on 0, that's all good.
2472, type A320, requesting IFR to Ho Chi Minh City with information hotel from stand Alpha 4, please.
1006, this is annoying as well in the Fenix. I constantly have to relink this, even though I saved it in the state saving. Is it in controls? Yes.
Tower, good evening, Singapore 178, information hotel request departure and pushing.
Done that so many times, yet it still unlinks it.
Singapore Tower, good evening, standby.
Actually, my bad. That's a separate setting. Okay, so we don't know what our departure routing is going to be, or what the departure runway is really.
To Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right, flight level 380, squawk 2203.
What was that departure? Mersing, which is VMR.
Okay, to Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right, squawk 2203, traffic 96 and
8 Fox.
80 confirm.
Hey, Begsani, hello. Welcome to all the channel members in the chat. Zato, Badger, Night Shepherd, Ian, good evening. Joey, Doc, thank you for the route today again. Shaquille, welcome. Good morning to you. Cornelius, Gav, g'day. Hope you're well. MPS Gaming, good afternoon. It is night time in real time, yes. We're going to wind the time, well, we have wound the time back a little bit. Pretty sure he said Mersing 8 Foxtrot, didn't he?
105 L1 passing 1,500 for 3,000. 105, contact Singapore, put 124.6. 124.6 is Australia 105, good day.
Mersing 8 Foxtrot.
Changi Tower, good evening. Singapore.
Pretty sure he said that, didn't he? So, yeah, straight out, 023 degrees left. Oh, hold on. Yeah, left, all the way back round. Christopher, hello, Birdman, welcome. We're number 7, so let's just get in and get queuing for our departure planning.
Lufthansa 6996 Bay Alpha 9er, pushback approved, face north. Order staff facing north, Lufthansa 696. Sri Lankan 1123 ATC clearance.
This is a VATSIM event that's going to be really busy, folks, by the way, so there'll be a lot of focusing.
1123 clear to Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure,
okay.
runway 20 right, flight level 300, squawk 2237.
Okay, so it is runway 20 right, and it is departing Information Hotel currently.
Seabird 16 contact Singapore Tower.
300, squawking 2237, Sri Lankan 112.
Sri Lankan 1123 confirm squawk 2237.
Squawking 2237, Sri Lankan 112.
Above 7,000. We should climb to 3.
Winco Sri Lankan 1123.
In all stations, be advised, controller stop in progress, stand by on this frequency until I call you back.
Okay, so we've got to wait now then.
Singapore Tower, hello. Seabird 16, ILS 20 right, climb on.
Towers online 1237. So the event has basically started 7 or so minutes ago. The controllers are still slowly logging on. The frequency keeps changing. I'm looking at VPilot basically because I'm expecting to see delivery appear. There goes David.
Qantas 490, stand Delta 44, pushback approved, face north.
Right, let's just call for clearance. Changi Tower, good evening. Scooter 302, stand Delta 34 A320 with hotel on board. Request IFR clearance to Ho Chi Minh.
Scooter 302, Singapore Tower, good evening. Stand by, you are number 7.
Roger.
In all stations, be advised to call for clearance only if you are 5 minutes before ready. We have aircraft queuing behind each other, sir.
So, we know what we can expect for the departure, so let's just get that in, and it's going to be runway 20 right, which is that, and the VMR, the Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, which is that. So we can insert that. Baggage loading is 17%. All the way to VMR.
Singapore 1705, are you able to set flight level 260 for less delay?
That's looking good. Into Tan Son Nhat, we're expecting BITIS.
1705, are you able to set flight level
3 Golf arrival, but it depends on which runway is going to be used. Doc has very helpfully planned 2 alternates. So 3 Golf is going to give us the ILS runway 25 right Yankee. But if it's going to be ILS 407 right Zulu, then the arrival is going to be still bar BITIS, but it's going to be BITIS to Echo instead. So there's 2 options there for us to plan that we can basically both plan for. So it's the alternate runway based on wind and weather, depending on what happens in about 2 hours when we get there. Good afternoon, Peter.
Good evening, standby. Vivo 16, turn left whiskey, taxi Victor 5, Victor 13.
Right, what else? Mass and balance.
Vivo 16.
I'm going to do instant because we've already started GSX loading. Oh, it's actually already quickly done it. Oh well. I forget this is integrated. Very smart. Right, so I got 100 on board. That's really light, actually. Christ. And departure performance page. George, very nice little across the pond for you this morning then. Sync load sheet, and we want runway 20 right.
Evening, Singapore 186 and Foxtrot 40 with Information Hotel requesting clearance to Ho Chi Minh.
Let's calculate the V speeds.
Calling, confirm Singapore 18 Golf Hotel.
132 V1, 132 rotate, 134, and it's saying flaps 2 down 0.3. You know what? I'm going to change that flap config to 1 plus F. And change the V speeds as well because of that, most likely. There we go. 130. 135. And V2 135.
Singapore 1705 clearance.
Singapore 1705, go ahead.
1 slash down 0.3 and a flex of 68.
Departure, runway 20 right, flight level 260, squawk 0.
We can put that in here.
Clear to Chi Minh Victor Mike Romeo 8 Fox.
David, good afternoon.
Runway 20 right, flight level 260, squawk 0162, Singapore 1705.
Singapore 1705, can I confirm your parking stand?
Parking Bravo 2, Singapore 1705.
Singapore 1705, roger, call for pushback.
Is it 0.3? Yes,
Roger,
0.3.
175.
Qantas 490, ready for taxi.
Qantas 490,
68.
confirm squawking 0150.
And it's 10:20.
There you go, sir.
Qantas 490, thank you. Taxi Papa 7, Papa Whiskey, holding point Whiskey 1, runway 20 right.
So saying don't request clearance unless you're 5 minutes ready for push, but actually there's so many aircraft in the queue that that's kind of not working already in a way, because everybody's basically getting in the queue because they don't want to be late for their own pushback. So you're joining the queue to get your clearance. But these things happen during events. It's very normal.
9, CPDLC not available for this event, sir.
Roger, copy, standing by, number 51. Singapore Tower, Sri Lankan 1123 is ready to push back and engine start.
Sri Lankan 1123 standby, sir.
Yeah, good safe bet, isn't it, Doc, really? Am I using the Airbus seat today, Peter says. Unfortunately not, we don't have one. That would be cool though, wouldn't it?
Hawking 2237, Sri Lankan
About 3 seconds or so for that. We've got nav and logo on system 1, still on external power, that's all good. Let's pop that on.
Lufthansa 6996, taxi Victor, hold short Victor 5.
Taxi Victor, Hotel Victor 5, Lufthansa 6996. Singapore 175, request pushback and start up.
Singapore 17...
Rob, hello buddy.
Singapore 1705.
Singapore 1705, stand Bravo 2, stand by about 3 minutes due traffic.
There's a traffic standing by Singapore 175 project.
There ain't much to do but wait for pushback.
Golf uniform Singapore Tower.
Watching the EGT there.
Go ahead.
There goes the M1. And APU's available, generating power as well. Gen's online. Lead. So that might come off external power. And then over here.
Hotel Bravo, Hotel Golf uniform, roger, and standby, sir. You're number 2 in queue for the flight level.
Number 2, Hotel Golf uniform.
We may as well get rid of the chocks for now as well. Parking brake is on. We're pretty much ready for pushback, aren't we?
Hotel Golf uniform, you are cleared to go to main Chang Mersing 8.
No worries, Sasha. It's a tough event, this, actually, to be honest. Not for the faint-hearted, I guess. If you're not feeling 100%, it could be quite tough. Down 0.1, wasn't it? So that is going to have to be moved slightly to the back. This position, 0.3, down 0.3. Once the systems are pressurised, the hydraulics.
Hotel Golf uniform, reback is correct. Call for pushback.
What else can we do? We can do the Tetong VOR 1165. We can pop both of these active actually. VTK is that Tetong. We'll overfly that, and then we'll be off to Mersing 1168. But it will auto tune for us.
Sukai 2472.
We're about 5 in the queue now. 1 hour 41 air time when we do get airborne eventually.
2472, clear to
We've got a new
Ho Chi Minh,
company
travel
message.
cushion, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right, flight level 300, squawk 0117.
Look at the rate of flow from the controller is incredible. They've got a really tough job during events like this.
Squawk code 0117, Facility 2472.
Took 2472, reback is correct, call for pushback.
They're incredibly talented people, these controllers.
6996, taxi Victor 5, whiskey, Foxtrot
Scooter
Alpha.
302 is our call sign, so we've just got to wait for that. Night Shepherd's whiskey in hand, nice. Through the building, whoops. Really nice Singapore airport scenery this, by the way.
Singapore 178, 86 clearing.
It's even got the waterfall and the little metro.
Single and 187, go ahead.
Confirm Singapore 178.
Singapore 178, ready to copy.
Singapore 178, clear to Ho Chi Minh, Mersing
But nuts,
8
hello to
Foxtrot
you.
departure, runway 20 right, flight level
Yes.
380.
Go to the website
squawk
britishafgeek.com
0145.
/VATSIM. I've got a number of tutorials there. They've been out for over a year or so now, to be honest, but we'll be potentially in the future creating some new ones in partnership with VATSIM, so watch this space. That's all good, that's all good.
Singapore 178.
Singapore 178, reback is correct, call for pushback. Singapore 1705, Singapore Tower.
3931, experience to Ho Chi Minh.
1 minute. So we're going to need a delay code as well.
Evening, standby number 9.
Singapore 175, go ahead.
Singapore 1705, stand Bravo 2, pushback approved, face north.
Pushback and setup approved, facing north.
So one of the delay allocation codes that we need to send off to the company in the MCDU is ATC delays.
236, go
Badger,
ahead.
very nice.
Singapore 236, clear to Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right, flight level 300, squawk 0104.
Street to Ho Chi Minh City, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20. I'll climb altitude 300, squawk 0104.
Everybody's going flight level 300.
The initial climb is 3,000 feet.
Stay firm, initial is 3000.
Singapore 236, reback is correct. Lufthansa
Positive uniform, ready for pushback.
whiskey, holding point, whiskey 1.
Hot to Golf uniform, ready for pushback.
I mean, in a way, Burnuts, this is kind of like an extreme tutorial as well. It's like the extreme edge of the culmination of all of the work that you've done looking at other tutorials for VATSIM, all the basics put together into what is very busy. Now, one of my biggest tips if you're new to VATSIM is don't join an event like this because there's a lot going on. And it just puts you under a lot of pressure. A couple of little things that go wrong could then make you sort of, well, it could put yourself off basically, which you don't want to do. It's a great network.
Okay, 2472.
And on station standby on this, I have an urgent phone call to take about 1 minute.
At the minute I can
187, negative, standby sir, you are number 3.
insane. Yep, hello buddy, watching the stream while controlling at Amsterdam. Very nice. We need a proper Amsterdam scenery, don't we? And then you'll find me buzzing in and out.
Station calling confirm Singapore 178.
Singapore 178, stand Bravo 5, ready for push and start.
Singapore 178, Squawk Mode Charlie, stand Bravo 5, pushback approved, face south on taxi lane, Victor 13.
Interestingly, there's no ground controller online here, or delivery, so Tower is dealing with ground, delivery and aircraft in the zone, who are flying on approach and things like that too.
Qantas 490, surface wind light and variable, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, pretty cool, Christopher, but when you zoom in,
20 right, clear for takeoff. Can I take,
actually this one's a good example actually, is the sort of default scenery, but default
Qantas
livery.
490, Roger, recleared for takeoff by whiskey 2, Tora
This is a little
384
bit
meters.
blurry, isn't it? But then they are all going to be slightly blurry. In any case, the Fenix is a great aeroplane. Zato, fantastic. Glad you've got back into it. I think we're about maybe number 4.
558, standby, due traffic.
Number 4 left. Yeah, well, very true. Therefore, I shall never fly into Amsterdam in that case. Or I'll fly overhead and then do an emergency diversion. AR simulations, hello.
557 Singapore Tower, stand by, and reading strength 5.
Disinformation Delta now. Departing runway.
302 clearance.
Go ahead, Scooter 302.
Scooter 302 cleared to Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right, flight level 300, squawk 0174.
Cleared to Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right, flight level 300, squawk 0174, Scooter 302.
Scooter 302, reback is correct, call for pushback.
Okay.
Lufthansa 6996, line up in wait, runway 20 right.
0174, 0174.
Singapore 1705, confirm initiating pushback.
Singapore 105, we have...
That's all good.
With my,
Oh, wait, RSIM, that's not good.
pushback.
Investigate Foxtrot.
Roger, pushback clearance cancel, call again.
That's good, so that's what it's going to look like in practice. We zoom out a little bit.
Roger.
It's a little bit like that. It's easy enough. Autopilot's going to deal with it for us. Initial climb to 3000. We're in managed modes for heading and speed. And the QNH is, in fact, I'll just double check to make sure it is 1006.
182 clearance.
It is. Jolly good.
Position 1 here, go ahead.
1246.
Position 1 cleared to Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure. Flight level to be assigned later.
Will be our next frequency. Oh, there we go. Birdman's just got to that as well. Good shout. Yeah, always pre-tune the next frequency, guys. Big tip. It saves a lot of work. So we're plus 4 at the minute.
Qantas 490, contact Singapore, approach 124.6.
24.6, thanks to the ATC, bye-bye. Qantas 490.
Lufthansa 6996, surface wind light and variable, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, departure clearance requested.
So, right, Lufthansa 696.
Scooter 302, fully ready, request push to start.
Stand by. Scooter 302, confirm your parking stand.
Delta 34, Scooter 302.
Scooter 302, roger, stand Delta 34, pushback proof, face north.
Pushback approved, face north, Scooter 302.
And Singapore 236 is ready for pushback, stand Delta 32.
It's going to be over here,
Stand by number 2.
facing that.
Ready for pushback. Stop.
So with an event like this, that's why I've actually triggered GSX to begin the process of connecting the tug early. Then I've requested clearance for pushback because it needs to be fairly instant. Although I was expecting a delay of a couple of minutes actually, to be honest, but beacon is on, seatbelt signs are all on and set as required. That's all done and the departure is briefed.
Number 3. And off station, stand by on this frequency. I'm unable to answer at this time. I have an urgent work phone call to take. Give me about 1 or 2 minutes. Sorry about it.
You need some friend to help.
He does. He does. He's doing a great job. He needs ground to help him, really.
Locking gear.
Charlie Lufthansa 696 airborne, climbing 3 terrain fit. Lufthansa 6996, contact Singapore, approach 124.6, good day. 124.6, Lufthansa 6, good day. To check, bye bye. Bye.
Ian, do a little reminder then. He's very busy, Rab. We swear the VATSIM...
Requesting for clearance, stand by. We do have a list. I need you to be patient. I only have one controller handling the entire aerodrome. Stand by, please stand by. Singapore 186
Hotel Golf uniform, ready for taxi.
Station calling for taxi, say again, call sign.
Hotel Golf uniform.
Hotel Golf uniform, taxi straight ahead, hold short whiskey.
Straight ahead, hold short of whiskey, Hotel Golf uniform.
Singapore Tower, Sealink 1123.
Sri Lankan 1123, Singapore.
What's he doing?
Sealink 1126, ready to push and
Looking at the tug guy.
Sri Lankan 1123, confirm mode Charlie.
Continue pushback.
Sri Lanka 1123,
Ooh.
2237,
Nose left, tail right.
pushback to face north.
Commencing push.
Okay, now he's clear. Away we go.
Singapore 186, stand by, pushback semi-transfer. Give me about 1 minute. So then 2472, be Alpha 4, pushback approved face north.
Pushback approved, facility 2472 facing north.
Singapore 1705, be Bravo 2, pushback approved face north.
Pushback and staff approved facing north. Singapore 1705.
Singapore 178, confirm requesting pushback.
Alright, let's dive in and fire up the engines.
Singapore 178, confirm requesting for pushback. Alright, never mind. Singapore 186 clearance.
Yeah, go ahead, Singapore 186.
Singapore 186 clear Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right. Final cruising level to be assigned later.
So this
Squawk
event, it's between the
0163.
two cities. There'll be also a lot of traffic going from Ho Chi Minh to Singapore as well. We're doing Singapore to Ho Chi Minh, but there'll be a lot of cross-flow traffic going the opposite direction as well.
183, Singapore 186.
Singapore 186 squawk 0163.
I think he said flight level 300, didn't he? Oh, I've done it again, initialised weights.
Singapore 163 back correct.
Tower SH 557, type airbus C20, Charlie 20, Alpha 2, Ho Chi Minh City.
Confirm calling Jetstar Asia 557.
53.4.
Jetstar Asia 557, roger standby.
Tower, I know you're very busy. VietJet 814 with information Delta also onto clearance for Ho Chi Minh.
61.3.
Last station calling, confirm VietJet 814 requesting clearance.
Affirmative.
VietJet 814, standby for clearance.
I think he stuck us all at flight level 300, you know. So I'll put that in for now to see what we get.
Singapore 184, standby.
Engine 2's good.
Singapore 184, just confirm your flight plan. I do not see it on the.
Confirmation for good engine.
Pressure's good.
Thank you.
The dispatch is now walking towards. So we can confirm good engine start now.
8, confirm mode Charlie.
Confirm Charlie.
Singapore 187 clearance.
Go ahead.
Singapore 187 clear Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20
7
right.
minutes.
Cruising level to be assigned later, squawk 01.
So 7 minutes, delay allocation card. It's going to be AMZ.
Singapore Tower, Singapore 186 ready for push and
That'll
start.
do.
And Foxtrot 40.
Standby.
Engines, well, engine 2 stable.
Reback, please.
Engine 1 is looking almost ready to go. We go flaps
Singapore
1
186B, Foxtrot 40, pushback approved,
plus
face south.
F.
Disconnected. Bypass.
We get my taxi charts ready. I'm expecting full length.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Singapore Tower, good evening.
Pop them out the belly now.
306, requesting IFR clearance to 10 on Nhat.
They're both good, so ignition mode norm.
Singapore Tower, good evening, standby.
Armour spoilers, 1 plus F is confirmed and green, so takeoff config
Roger,
test.
Scooter 306, standby. Mike Golf uniform, taxi, whiskey, holding point, whiskey 1.
And APU can be switched off.
Scooter 151, requesting IFR clearance to Ho Chi Minh.
Confirm call sign Scooter 151.
Rabbit has, hasn't he? Rab's saying there the sim's come along in a long way in 2 years. Absolutely.
Scooter 151, your call sign is showing Tango Bravo Alpha, that is Tibet. Scooter is Tango Golf Whiskey, please refile your flight plan and call sign.
Do some control checks. There goes GSX with a have a good trip, which means now we're good to taxi. Scooter 302, request taxi.
Scooter
Uniform, holding short of Whiskey 4.
Brilliant.
Mike Golf uniform, instructions, taxi, whiskey, holding point, whiskey 1.
Taxi, holding point Whiskey 1 via Whiskey Hotel Uniform.
Scooter 302, confirm boat Charlie.
Squadron mode Charlie, Scooter 302. got to let me do it manually. Let's just turn it on.
Singapore Tower.
There we go, I'll just do it like that.
Is ready to taxi.
Sri Lankan 1123, taxi Papa 7, hold shot Papa.
Taxi Papa 7. Hold
So
short
I'm expecting
Papa,
Tango 1
112.
Quebec.
Scooter 302, taxi Quebec 1, Papa, hold shot whiskey.
Taxi Quebec 1, Papa Hold Short Whiskey, Scooter 302.
Gadget 659, clearance.
Love the sounds in the Fenix.
Gadget 659, cleared to Ho Chi Minh. Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, cruising level to be assigned later, squawk 0161.
Mercy, control, level to 0 right, initial climb.
Gonna clear GSX.
20 squawk, 0161, 659.
Gadget 659, the cruising flight level.
Crikey,
will be
that's a
assigned
short takeoff
later.
for whoever that
Your
is.
Is correct, and call for pushback.
Quebec 1 is to the left.
Singapore 178 and confirm squawking 0145.
Scooter 151 radio check.
Stand by.
Scooter 151, because you have for clearance to Ho Chi Minh City at stand Delta 4.
Theodore, welcome.
Scooter 151, please let others read back. Your call sign is still wrong. It's Tango Golf Whiskey.
Everything over 236 is ready for pushback.
Slight bit of stuttering where I think it's
Stand by.
struggling somewhat.
Singapore 178, thank you. Taxi Victor 6 Whiskey, hold shot Papa.
Bit lacking on the frames, isn't it? At least it seems slightly rough for me. What does Fly Live tell me? Wow,
Pushback through face north.
14 frames per second.
Check mark 236.
Madness. It's a heavy scenery though, to be fair. There's a lot going on here, a lot of animations and stuff, and then there's a lot of
Stand by, you're next in line for clearance.
VATSIM traffic being fed in as well. So Quebec 1 onto Papa.
Cross transmission, red cap 99981, Singapore.
Hold
Tower
short
evening,
whiskey.
standby number 7.
Singapore 172, ready for taxi.
Sugar 2472, taxi forward, hold short Victor 7.
Taxi forward, hold short, Victor 7 for Sugar 2472.
Flag off uniform, surface wind.
Frames have come back now.
20 right, clear for takeoff.
It's just having a moment.
Clear for takeoff,
Number 151 radio check.
Scooter 151, let others read back. I read you strength 5 and change your
I don't know who's doing that there. Poor guy's going to get really annoyed. There's our directional signs for Papa, so we know that's coming up next on the left.
Singapore 121, standby number 10.
Scooter 151 radio check.
Scooter
Wow.
151, for the last time, sir, I'm reading you strength 5 and do not interrupt when other people are reading back. Scooter 302, taxi whiskey, holding point whiskey 1.
Whiskey, hold point whiskey 1 to Scooter 302.
Sri Lankan 1123, taxi Papa.
That was me looking down at my piece of paper then. The Toby eye track is very good. It was following me along the way.
Holding point whiskey 1, Sri Lankan 123.
To Air 2472, confirm clear of the Singapore
Look at that.
Airlines ahead of you.
Lots of aircraft.
I will be behind the Singapore Airlines for Singapore 272.
To Air 2472, roger. Bamboo 512.
Crossing Victor. We're going on to Whiskey.
Go ahead, 4512. Bamboo 512, cleared to Ho Chi Minh, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right, cruising flight level to be assigned en route, squawk 0153.
My god, he took off at the threshold. Don't know what that is, just a plain white aeroplane. Yeah, Whiskey 1, so we got full length, which is what we're expecting.
Bamboo 512, readback is correct, call for pushback.
Scooter 151, please tell me my call sign is right.
Scooter 151, affirm your call sign is correct, stand by for your clearance.
Singapore, good evening, I've got 205 radio check.
Not sure about icing still affecting Fenix VNAV, to be honest. I've turned, in MSFS settings, I've turned the icing system off.
Singapore, good evening, I've got 2205 radio check.
Singapore 1.
So it's on visual only, because I find it very overblown anyway.
Taxi Romeo 7, Romeo, hold shot of whiskey.
Romeo 7, Romeo, hold shot whiskey, Singapore 186.
There's the jet from behind.
178 follow behind the Sri Lankan Airbus 320 on your right for holding point whiskey 1.
Single program 87.
We're in a kink in the taxiway, so we'll get back to steering.
Scooter 151, for the last time, sir, I need you to wait
Oh
until
god, he's
people
still
have
going.
read back. Other pilots are reading back their clearances. Stand by for your clearance. I will call you back.
There's always somebody in an event that gets in trouble. And this is why, if you're new, don't join an event, because there's a lot to deal with, and then you can quite quickly start to have a problem, either affecting you or other people.
Contact approach 124.6.
124.6. Bye-bye, Hotel Golf Uniform.
Good day.
Back to 35 locked, Theodore.
Just Azure 557, stand by, sir, you're still number 4.
So my rudder settings are very messy. So just before we depart at Whiskey 1 here, I'm going to just sort out the rudders.
Confirm scope 0102. Single program 87.
Singapore 187, affirm scope 0102, I require full readback, please.
Europe, you know what? It seems a little bit better at the moment, frames-wise, with the new update for the Fenix. Good, oh yeah, we'll have a look at Volanta after takeoff, actually, when it calms down a bit.
3003, scope 0201.
Singapore 17, confirm, Singapore 187 and readback is correct.
Good. Afternoon, Ascot 2205 is a Boeing 737 stand 223 in permission of Victor, request
8 MZ.
Ho Chi Minh City.
Let's call 2205, stand by for clearance, number 8.
Good.
Scooter 302, surface wind light and variable, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 20 right, set Scooter 302.
Singapore 1705, confirm able voice.
659 ready, put and start.
Jet 659, stand by.
Singapore 1705, request taxi.
Singapore 1705, taxi Victor 6, Whiskey, holding point Whiskey 1.
Doink.
Taxi to holding point runway 20 right.
First time I've accidentally knocked that.
Victor 6.
Okay, take off memos, Snow Blue.
Singapore
Lining up.
2472, follow behind the Singapore Airlines ahead of you for holding point Whiskey
And I'm actually going to do a rolling departure, why not?
In front to holding point Whiskey 1, Suzuki 242.
Jet 659, Bay Alpha 5, pushback approved, face north.
We've got a big old long runway, so stick forwards, centralise the nose wheel.
Singapore 236 is ready for taxi.
Flex SRS runway.
236, taxi, Quebec 1, Quebec, hold shot Whiskey.
Quebec 1, Quebec, hold
Really long displace threshold here. We can take off on it, but not land on it. Through 80 knots. Nose wheel pressure comes back to neutral. Approaching V1, everything looks good. V1, rotate. Follow the flight director. Positive rate. Gear up.
Singapore 187, stand by, 1 minute due traffic.
Lovely fly-by-wire system means I can release the controls.
Runway 20 right.
Autopilot 1 engage. And I'm waiting for the next announcement here, which will be leave a climb. There's the ding.
Approach 124.6.
Approach 1246, Scooter 302, thanks.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right, Silankan 11.
It's interesting, my calibration's changed.
Line up in turn, runway 20 right.
There we go. 146. We've got flaps still and ground spoilers. Singapore approach, good evening, Scooter 302 is airborne, Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure, climbing through 2,100 feet.
Scooter 302, Singapore approach, good evening, sir, identified, climb to flight level 150.
Climb to flight level 150, Scooter 302. 150, set, open climb, through S, decrease the flaps to 0, disarm the spoilers, and await the left turn. A lot less hands-on compared to a Boeing, so you can actually kind of just enjoy the wing view a lot earlier and relax a lot earlier in this, which is kind of the bonus of Airbus, I suppose. And we're away. They need to get rid of that. That's annoying. There's the absolute mammoth airfield that is Singapore Changi. The scenery's been updated recently, so now it has the 3 runways. Look at that. Lots of lights flashing on the ground down there. People taking part in the event as well.
Sri Lankan 1123, Singapore departure 1,600 feet.
Hoping we get past this cloud, I can take a nice screenshot of all of the lights behind. Perhaps if we go to, is it 5? Perhaps not. That's a nice one. We'll do 4. Oh, that's a point. Custom cabin. Ish.
1123, Singapore departure 2,700 feet.
Sri Lankan 1123, Singapore approach, shallow identify, climb flight level 150.
Company message.
Flight level 150.
We're almost at 10,000 now as well. I did send a delay for 7 minutes. AMZ. Cool. Up here, landing lights, retract and off. And all of those off. Seatbelt signs can come off. Through transition, let's go to standard pressure.
Roger, good evening. Singapore 178, VATSIM 2,200 feet.
Now,
Singapore 178, Singapore approach, shallow identify, climb
let's
flight
try
level
this.
150.
Climb flight level 150, Singapore 178.
This is going to be cool because we're going to fly right over the airfield.
Contact Singapore radar 123.7, good evening.
Contact Singapore radar 123.7, Scooter 302, good night. 1237. So lots going on. 1237, that's all good. Let's set up hoppies as well for the first time today. ATSU, ATC request. Oops, no. ATSU. There are those. Where was it? It's interesting that's more frequent a thing on this than it is this 737. Singapore radar, good evening, Scooter 302, flight level 150, overhead, Takeoff. Look at that. Let's see. Now I've had a little blip come up. Good evening, climb flight level 260, Scooter 302. 260. Maybe he's lost his comms. Weather diversion, not arrival messages. And it's not in flight, innit? Where is it? I thought it was in ATC request. Maybe he's turned his hoppies off then or something, or... I think he's only just doing this in... He's doing it on text. That's difficult to kind of work out.
Right, heading 360 off the go to Uniform.
He's text only, David says. Oh, good grief. It's in here somewhere, I know it is. We've got to find it. Turn up the brightness on the displays. They're on max. This is the problem with the Fenix. It's ruddy dark in here. Oh, hello, welcome. Am I being really dense here? There we go. I was. He's trying to fix his voice. Let's help him out. Let's go and use ACAS. WSJC.
Flight level 150.
And then we're going to notify. So that's going to bring this alive now. 185. Notified at 1247Z. United One Super, thanks buddy. Dropping in a super chat there, thank you very much. So it depends if he has hoppies active or not. It will see a display come up there. Let's have a look at this company message. ATSU. What on earth is going on with this?
Directly schematic Remo and Fragile 380 hope to go Uniform.
AOC, there we go. Receive messages. ADC delete, deceived. Amaze Maze, thank you. It is. Let me refresh it. Oh yes, there we go. Christopher, great shout. There we are, so Hoppies is live and active. So instead of him having to contact us via voice now, what he can do is just send us an ACAS message and we'll get the little ACC message here and like a telephone ring noise that will blip, and that will effectively give us, in fact there it is, flashing away.
Down to flight level 150, Continental 4429.
There we go, yeah, so that's the noise. Log on accepted. We've got 3 pages though. Oh, message plus. Climb to flight level 300, Wilco. Send. So log on accepted, climb flight level 300, and then that's us with that latest unit. So we can close these messages down. We've sent Wilco as a response.
Sri Lankan 1123 Singapore radar radio check.
Sri Lankan 1123, here you 5x5.
Sri Lankan 1123, confirm level 280.
Confirm level 260, Sri Lankan 1123.
Sri Lankan 1123, come to flight level 280.
So, let's have a look at Balanta. We'll see how busy this event is. So we started here in Singapore. There's the green line is our track for our departure. That is the airport at the moment, with lots of aeroplanes covering the airport terminal. And quite a few already on the way, including ourselves.
Good evening. Singapore 177, heading to level 360 inbound S
And full ATC all the way. We've got the return route as well, so that's the first aircraft. Speedbird 20 on his way down. If we log in here to VVTS, we've got a couple of aircraft ready for the opposite direction. A lot less traffic going the other way though, but if we zoom out, look at that weather over Ho Chi Minh. That looks absolutely horrendous. So we've got that weather there to contend with.
November 958 Alpha Golf Singapore.
Go ahead, A Alpha Golf.
November 8 Alpha Golf, contact Lumpur, radar 132 decimal 8.
Lumpur radar 328, 8 Alpha Golf, see ya.
Singapore radar, good evening, Singapore 1705, this is you climb level 150.
Singapore 1705, Singapore radar, good evening, climb to flight level 2.
Gonna be interesting when we get that far anyway with the weather.
Climb at level 200, Singapore 1705.
Sri Lanka 123, climb flight level 300.
Climb flight level 300.
Birdman says Fenix claimed to have brightened the cockpit on the last release, but I'm not convinced, neither am I. It's pretty dark still, isn't it? You sure it's not Scotland, says Rab. It might as well be. It's not windy enough for that though. I think flight level 300 is the top of our altitude today. Well, that means we're going to be burning more fuel.
Singapore 177 right heading 030.
Let me show you something actually while we're on Balanta. We'll go back on very quickly. Good old screenshot failure to upload. Try that again. So if you click on that button there, the airport icon, you get this page load up here on the left hand side of the screen showing you the weather at the very top, so you get the latest METAR, which is really good, light showers and rain. Cumulonimbus at 1,700 feet, so that usually is icing and turbulence, likely coming into sort of thunderstorms. If we go to online ATC though, you can see all the controllers online on VATSIM, and then you click ATIS. There you go. There's the ATIS information, so you can see what they're arriving on. Arrivals, ILS X-ray, runway 25 right.
4429 proceed direct past. Continental 4429 proceed direct past.
There we are.
Direct passport, Continental 4229.
That's a good shout actually. Christopher says request a climb to flight level 380.
Singapore 236 to flight level 300.
Let's do it. Request.
300 236. Singapore 1705, climb to flight level 260.
Climb at level 260, Singapore 1705.
I can add in there due to aircraft performance. But I can transfer that across to the Hoppies client here, the DCDU, request 380, press send. We might as well ask. There we go. So we're now using ACARS to message ATC to ask for a change of altitude. And we will see what we get back. Great shout, Christopher, actually. I've not done that before, I don't think. Might as well try the feature out, put it to the test. ILS X-ray 25 right was what we were told. And we're expecting BITIS 3 Golf.
Left heading 360-128.
Holy Christ, that is a really messy arrival chart. Let me show you what I'm trying to decode at the moment. that. There's BITIS, so we're coming in via BITIS, 3 Golf, TS012, TS011, TS010, and then we go south away from the airfield, which is in the centre of that chart screen. We actually go away, TS009, and then inbound to OMCAS.
King for radar, Silkia 2472 with you, flight level 150.
Okay, 2472 Singapore radar.
That's got SOCAN on it, which is there.
Flight level 360 for Silkia 2472.
Silkia 2472 negative, flight level 260.
Flight 260 for Silkia 2472.
Singapore 178, climb to flight level 380, proceed direct to Igolo.
Confirm for 178.
Singapore 178, climb flight level 380, proceed direct Igolo.
So he's just given someone a little step up to 380.
380 and proceed direct to Igolo. 178.
ILS X-ray 25 right. BITIS 3 Golf. Don't want any of those. Just insert that as it is.
Singapore 1705, climb to flight level 2, cushion 300.
SOCAN's there, and OMCAS is there. Why are they both there?
Climb for level 300, Singapore 125.
Oh, SOCAM and OMCAS, that's fine. And then from OMCAS, TS426. Oh, okay, there we go, yep, so, yep, TS4. Okay, that makes sense, and then final approach.
We could do
There we go, enable flight level 380, alt flight level 340 to accept a firm.
340, Singapore 236.
So that is not a climb to flight level 340, he's just asking us, can you take flight level 340, so we'll prep it. We've said that we can take it, and now we're going to wait for climb flight level 380. 340, sorry. We'll wait for the next message. Doc's got an alternate arrival, BITIS 2 Hotel.
Continental 4429, contact Singapore, approach 124.6.
124.6, Continental 4429, thank you, good night.
Which is this one.
Singapore 1705, I request your highest possible flight level.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure what we're going to get, to be honest. Which of these we're going to get.
Singapore 1705, right.
By the way, they both end at SOCAN.
Golf uniform, request back to level 400.
Climb to flight level 340, Wilco. Send.
Singapore radar 18486, climbing at a flight level 134 for flight level 150.
340, open climb. Jobs are good in. We click that to mute it, and we can close.
Climb to flight level 260, Singapore 186.
That.
2472, climb flight level 300. The Golf uniform, climb flight level 400.
Got nothing but the open sea on the right hand side, but on the left we've got a little bit of the Malaysian coastline, I think, off in the distance.
Singapore 236, can we increase our cruising altitude to 360?
Singapore 236, able flight level 360, next is flight level 380, due traffic will create some space first.
Affirm, 236.
Rolex, hello, welcome. Night Shadow, good morning to you from across the pond. I hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in this morning.
Singapore Radio, good day, sir. Singapore 185, heavy flight level 390 inbound.
Singapore 185, Singapore Attack, leaving, maintain level 390.
Doc saying we've got to change on the progress page the cruise. But we could, because we did it in the init page, we changed it just here. It's done it for us.
Cuba 20, clear Singapore, Ilalo 1 Bravo, arrival. Expect ILS approach runway 20 right.
Clear for Ilalo 1 Bravo, arrival for ILS 20 right, speedway 20.
Our next controller is going to be 13235.
130, climb maintenance, level 150 with you.
132 350.
Climb maintenance, level 240 with the 659.
Give us one less thing to do by putting that in now.
659.
First transmission speedbird 20, proceed direct Ilalo.
Direct to Ilalo, speedway 20.
Singapore 177, proceed direct Ilalo, arrival clearance available.
First time in a little while we've taken part in a decent event.
Singapore 177, affirm direct Ilalo and arrival clearance available.
Sorry, on radar, can you send a text?
Jay, good morning. Sorry, I think I missed you earlier in the live chat.
Singapore via Ilalo 1 Bravo, arrival, expect ALS approach runway 20 right, Singapore 177.
Singapore 177, confirm proceed direct Ilalo.
What's pretty impressive with Microsoft Flight Simulator is the fact that they've managed to get the weather system to look as good as it does. Look at that, this is live default weather. Plane spotting Island, fantastic. Very kind. You're the reason I decided to start Flight Sim. Hope you're enjoying it. What's your favourite aircraft so far then? And which Flight Sim do you use? Plane spotting Island.
Singapore 236 to flight level 380. Expect for 236.
This would, if you're in live time, it would be a night flight, but it's nice to go and explore parts of the world that would be in darkness during the daytime hours, at least into the sort of late afternoon, which is what we've got set as for the time at the moment. And we can explore, we can see things. Having said that though, Singapore would have been mightily impressive in the hours of darkness, with all that traffic as we flew over.
178.84.
Singapore 236, climb to flight level 380 to cruise and mark decimal 84. 380.
Awesome, MSFS. And your favourite aircraft is the PMDG 737-800. It is really awesome. That aeroplane is a fantastic product for the sim. PMDG have done a mega job of it. Night Shepherd, good night, buddy. Enjoy watching the footy tomorrow morning, 6 AM your time. Australia, good luck to them.
Flight level 300, Pacific 2472.
Ah, you know what? That's actually the time we set, Doc. What are the chances? I'm pretty sure we set 1640. Excellent.
Singapore 185, proceed direct Ilalo.
Direct Ilalo for Singapore 185.
A couple of screenshots on Volanta that I've shared, including one where we've overflown Singapore. I think you can see all the aircraft below. And I'm going to show you the line of departures on Volanta now, heading out of Singapore. So we're there. We've got a whole load of aeroplanes in front of us. And if we zoom in, we've got a big old line of aeroplanes spaced out very carefully, heading out of Singapore. We zoom back in, and the traffic still continues to build.
Couple 187, approaching at low 240.
0187, climb to flight level 380.
Climb at low 380.
Plane Spot Island, what's your favourite airport in the UK? Yours is Birmingham, very nice. Birmingham was my local airport growing up. Heathrow's pretty good though. I really enjoy working around Heathrow. It's a cool airport. Terminal 5 is my favourite though. Ooh, VVTS has changed runways, David says. That's like the 3rd time today they've switched runway. What is it now? Yeah, the ATIS is in the process of being refreshed, in fact. .07, right, brilliant. So that'll be the BITIS 2 Echo arrival then, if that's the case. I have to change the arrival again then. Brilliant. ILS X-ray 7 right, David says. Thank you very much. Nice heads up there.
Direct to PBAP, speedbird 20.
No, I don't. Plane Spotting Island. Company message. I did! For goodness sake. I'm not sending it, they can bugger off. I've sent it twice now. Scooter Ops. Can you refund a purchase from the store, Adam asks? Most likely no. A lot of these digital add-ons, once you've purchased it, that's it. It's sold as seen, if you like, because it's a digital product. A lot of the time you waive your refund rights with digital add-ons, which is why it's frustrating sometimes if we, you know, like the MD-11 from SkySim, I absolutely slated it. Yet now, even the other day, I got a comment from somebody saying that they'd seen the video, seen the live stream, they'd purchased it anyway, and they want to know if they can get a refund. And I'm thinking, I told you not to buy it. And I can't help get a refund for a product like SkySim, that's down to the developers. But I suppose, I mean, that's going off tangent really to the question you asked, Adam, to be fair. Depends on what you've purchased and what each of the terms and conditions for each of the sales are, really. Doc saying ILS X-ray 07 right will give us the BITIS 2 Golf arrival. Oh, there's so many. That's got to be the biggest promo. It's stream comments and you yourself say don't buy it, proceeds to buy it. I know. I couldn't believe it.
Hello, Bamboo 512 out of level 130 for 150.
Bamboo 512,
ILS X-ray 7 right.
Timing 300, Bamboo 512.
BITIS 2 Golf. I feel like I'm tempting fate again. The hell is going on with that?
Heading 340 visual for weather.
Did you see that cabin pressure panel there?
Cannot hear you.
Adam, yeah, Aerosoft won't refund it, unfortunately.
690 left heading 340, report clear of weather. We'll go heading 340. We are calling back when clear.
ILS Whiskey, runway 07 right. Oh my good grief. BITIS 2 Golf, ILS Whiskey, which means I've got to change that again. Oh my god, a poor aeroplane. Let's reset it. Right, ILS Whiskey 7 right now. They've got to stop changing all these approaches. Hey look, it's doing it again. Well, it's linked to this, isn't it? It is. Look, we found a bug. So I'm not touching the MCDU. I'm going to press down again on this arrow, but watch that screen when I click it. So, ready? Click. The heck? Look at that.
Sorry about that for Singapore. 1129 arrival level 400 inbound.
We found a bug in the Fenix. So it goes again. David says this is ridiculous. Changing it once or twice I can get, but now it's just, if it's OTT like changing all left, right, centre, it becomes problematic. And some of these aircraft, we know, if you fiddle around with the MCDU too much, or the FMS in certain aeroplanes, it crashes the WSSS module. So this is not that helpful. ILS Whiskey 7 right. It is 2 Golf. By Samdu. Insert. Yeah, we've definitely found a bug there in the Fenix. Very weird. So in temporary flight plans, when you're adding in the arrivals, those of you flying along in the Fenix, if you're adding in the arrival yet, have a look at your pressure page and see if it does that. That's very weird. Very weird. United 1 Super, you did, yeah. That sounds like it's in the controller's assistant. Oh well, we've configured now. Hey, as Doc said, there's a thunderstorm over Ho Chi Minh, so the wind is changing all the time. Sounds like we're going to have a fun approach. METAR VVTS, so winds 140 degrees at 12 knots. We've got a bit of a crosswind. It's variable between 110 degrees and 180 degrees. 8,000 meters visibility in light rain. Scattered cloud 1,700 feet. Broken at 5,000. Temperature's 24 degrees, but the dew point's 23. QNH 1011. Temporarily 120 degrees at 15 knots, gusting 28 knots. What's the best aircraft to buy on Xbox? Plane Spotting Island said. I would say, before you buy an aircraft on Xbox for MSFS, go to the marketplace. Oh no, sorry, not on the marketplace. Try that A310, the Inibuild's A310 that's just been released for free. That is really good. Not as good on Xbox than it is for PC, because PC has that enhancement add-on, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, the Just Flight 146 is very good. Quite a complex aeroplane though.
So college Singapore, that's again your crossing. 186. Singapore 186 of flight level 3405 for now.
Singapore 186.
Singapore 194, identify maintain flight level 380.
Maintain flight level 380, Singapore 194.
Singapore 177, proceed direct PBAP.
Proceed direct PBAP.
David! Oh no, I can move my cursor but Sim is frozen again. Was that from changing the arrivals multiple times?
Could you confirm final level for Australia?
Number 512 standby.
This doesn't have weather radar yet, does it?
20 and the cockpit for 10.
I have got the system on though, just in case, but I don't think it does have one.
Level 320 and 10 minutes approved before impact.
Thank you. 659.
We're about to be overtaken, I think.
340 compared to the 51.
Singapore radar, good evening, Malaysian 1.
We'll keep an eye out for that, whoever that is.
260 for Malaysian 1.
David, make sure you downloaded the latest Windows updates and all that sort of stuff. I wonder if there's something in the system that's not quite working. I can move around the cockpit but can't change anything. Yes, you've crashed the WASM module inside the Fenix. Are you in the Fenix or are you in a different aircraft? Oh, you're in the 737-800. Oh no. Yeah, multiple changes of the arrivals can scupper loads of aeroplanes in MSFS, sadly. And if you crash the WASM module, folks, that's kind of it. You can't. It's crashed. That's it. You can't get it back. I think what we did in the
Repeat for Singapore 185.
when we had the WASM module crash in the CRJ a long time ago, David, we triggered active pause, and then we went into dev mode, reloaded all the settings, and then used active pause to configure the aeroplane ready for flight again. Got all of the systems fired up, the FMC configured, then we cancelled it. Then we cancelled active pause, but we were on Unicon. Third flight in a row, good grief. Oh, hello, drone cam. Why are we upside down? I want to try and spot who's about to overtake us. There he is. That's somebody there. Spencer, yeah, you know what? I feel bad actually. I forgot. I had a pre-release version of that Headwind A330 latest update, and I just didn't get round to highlighting it, showing it off. So we do need to revisit that at some point soon. Aerosoft, for those of you who didn't notice as well, actually, Aerosoft have released an update for their A330, and that looks spectacular. Little progress update for that Aerosoft A330 development progress.
I've got to leave the flight deck for about 5 to 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Mr. Baker, welcome aboard. Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you.
Ready, descend to level 150 for Singapore 177.
Singapore 112 minus, feedback.
Sorry, second for 1129er.
Singapore 112 minus, feedback.
Direct feedback for 1129er.
Singapore 236, higher go, level 4.
Ooh, what have we got here? Let's try that view. Yes. Favourite seat in the aeroplane. Roughly in this position here. That very view.
Level 300 from Legion 1.
They got 63 arrivals due into Ho Chi Minh, and alongside that, 20 departures.
204, destination 557.
63 arrivals. That's awesome. And that absolute whopper of a thunderstorm over the airfield as well. David, yeah, I completely sympathise with you there. That's never fun, is it? I don't know what to suggest really. Hopefully a couple of the folks like Ashley and that are very good with tech might be able to offer some thoughts or help troubleshoot it. I find myself, when stuff goes wrong in the sim sometimes, I just find myself scratching my head, not really understanding what's happened. Oh no, it's automatic dock. I haven't bothered changing it. I could actually change it though. Let's... What are we? 9 VTRE. Still, I think we're a BAE 146 as well. What an absolute mess. There we are.
Radar, we're going to 303. We are back.
We should be getting handed off very shortly to Ho Chi Minh Control 132.350. And what I might do is I might sack off Hoppies for this next bit and just do voice. We've been overtaken yet? Not quite.
280 final for Malaysian 1.
Looks as big a train with aircraft to VVTS of Atlanta. It's a huge line of aeroplanes. By the time we actually reach the Vietnam coast, that line will still extend from Singapore. That's how big this event is. We've joined right at the beginning of the event. It's live for another hour and a half or so at least. Who was it that was familiar with OBS that was in the live chat earlier on? If you are and you're on Discord, drop me a DM, because I'm tempted to try OBS, but I'm not sure if it has the same level of features available to it or not that Streamlabs offers.
Oh, 150 for Singapore, 1129, thank you, sir, for the block.
I can't hear him.
Singapore 121, climbing flight level 250.
Paris, climbing to cruising altitude now was a mess in Singapore. Good grief, you've only just departed. I'll try and ride that barber pole to catch up. 13235's done. So
Singapore 185 back.
can't actually hear him now, it's all just static, so we're actually relying on
A320 Mach number 773.
almost just static, isn't it? So we're relying on Hoppies now, sending us a message on here, which is kind of why I'm staying in the flight deck at the moment, because he's asking a lot of people about different things like Mach numbers.
NZ number 236 would like to step away from the cockpit for 1 minute. We'll go.
Yeah, I'm not picking him up at all. 132.7, 123.7, 123.7. Ah, look at that. That is exceptionally cool. Look at the different textures on all the different clouds, the layers through the atmosphere.
Level 240 Singapore 121.
And Singapore 236 is back in the cockpit.
We are, Doc. Night Shadow, it was
132.350 Hotel Golf Uniform. Bye bye.
Singapore, Cloud Surf Asia. He's just been handed off.
Infrared, I can Singapore 186, step away from the cockpit for 5 minutes.
Oh, he's behind us. He's actually been handed.
Wilco, Singapore 186.
There we go. Contact VVHM Ho Chi Minh 13235 Wilco. Send. Sending received. Hand over to VVHM.
Say again, approach route, Hotel Bar Max uniform.
Hotel Brian, Mike Golf Uniform, BITIS 2 Golf, Bravo, India Tango, India 2 Golf arrival, and expect the ILS Whiskey.
He's scratching his head going, they've changed the runway again.
BT to Golf arrival, ILS Whiskey 07 right, Hotel Golf Uniform.
Golf Uniform, we back right, at battery descent.
Ho Chi Minh Control, good evening. Scooter 302, flight level 340, inbound BITOD.
Scooter 302, good eye, Ho Chi Minh Control, you identified. Maintain flight level 340, clear Ho Chi Minh, BITIS 2 Golf arrival. Expect the ILS Whiskey 07 right.
Wilco, maintain flight level 340, expect BTS 2 Golf arrival, ILS Whiskey 07 right, Scooter 302. The Dominic design team. Direct B-ban at Scooter 302. Selected and activated.
696 pass message.
Any chance we check runway 25 right, X-ray far approach, please?
Negative, sir. The surface wind is currently 110.
Ian, haven't got ILS 7 right whiskey, X-ray and Yankee Law I have.
Okay, see this to the gusting. Okay, thank you so much.
I would put X because it's closer. It's the next letter on from whiskey. And then pretend like it works. Top of descent coming up there, look, 160 miles. Ashley, welcome, I hope you're okay.
Again, arrival for Singapore 178.
Yeah, 4178, clear, this is 2 Golf arrival, expect gas, whiskey 07 right.
Beach to Golf arrival at Whiskey 07 right, Singapore 178, thank you.
Hi Flash Impala, hello. It's live weather, but not live time.
You identify, clear runway 07 right, BITIS 2 Golf arrival, IRS whiskey.
We've wound the time back to be the realistic time that the flight actually departs in real life, which is around about 20 to 5 in the evening. So it'll be going dark / darkness as we arrive into Ho Chi Minh.
Cleared runway 07 right, BITIS 2 Golf arrival, Singapore 175.
So what that controller has done to us is he's confirmed to us that the arrival that we've got in here is correct. BITIS 2 Golf arrival for ILS Whiskey runway 07 right. The next frequency is going to be 1255. We've got 2 approach controllers on. And that Hoppies eventually will just disconnect. I've lost some pilot. Not sure actually. Long overdue that too. Aviation Boy's tracking the flight on VATSPY. Very nice. Looking busy behind, isn't it, Aviation Boy? On VATSPY. On Volanta it shows lots of arrivals into Ho Chi Minh. If I refresh it now, 64 arrivals, and they've got 23 departures as well, and a big old whopper of a thunderstorm over the airport too. It's definitely going to be dark by the time we arrive in Ho Chi Minh. Look at that, the incredible textures, the light bouncing off all the different clouds, various different thicknesses and altitudes. Well, actually, I want this one. 5.
Scooter 302, report Mach number.
Ah. Mach decimal 79, Scooter 302.
302, copy.
There isn't one actually, not on Xbox, unfortunately. It's a very different market that the sim angles or aims for Xbox. PC. PC, by contrast, you get incredible aircraft add-ons. But you just can't get that level of detail in Xbox and have the same experience, sadly.
Singapore 236, we are at 0.82.
Right, that rather complex chart now. We're going to get rid of that bush. We can go onto this tab on the left, and we can change these arrivals. So we want BITIS 2 Golf. That one. It's going to delete the runway. And we want the ILS Whiskey 07 right transition of Samdu, which is the one at the top. We'll add that to the route as well. Let's clear that. So it's rechanged everything, and it's now that rather funky looking arrival. Maybe I can make that a little bit bigger for you guys. Hopefully you can see that. So we're going to arrive at that waypoint BITIS, which is there. Hold on a second. Do on that. It's that one. So inbound BITIS, BITIS 2 Golf, 029 degrees to Tango Sierra 566 at 250 knots and at 5,000 feet. Then we're going to do a weird little right turn, 097, left 062, still at 5,000. And then we're going to be inbound 315 degrees to Samdu. Max 230 knots below 5,000 at Samdu, and then from there we're going to step onto the ILS for 07 right. Minimums down the bottom, Cat C 284 feet, we'll put that in now. And the missed approach for this, proceed to Tango Sierra 554, so it's basically fly runway heading for about 2 miles. Left turn, 340 degrees to Tango Sierra 556, climbing up to 3,000 feet. Join the hold pattern at Tango Sierra 500. So that's our missed approach. John, hello buddy. Good afternoon. That incredible lighting now. 284.
Make a left heading 330 now, please. Make a left turn immediately. We need the separation.
It's going wrong.
Left heading 3.
What's the runway length? 07 right. Oh, that's nice and long. Let's do a config 3 landing. So I'm going to click that button there. And then up here, landing flap 3 mode on. What's transition level? Flight level 190.
Good day. Bye. Sierra 123, confirm you're making a left turn now, please.
Absolute carnage. QNH 1011. Temperature is 24 degrees Celsius.
Control, good evening. Singapore 331 with you, flight level
Done.
190.
Singapore 32.
We could put a fixed ring in as well, actually, can't we?
Flight level 360, Singapore 331.
Runway 07 right, and we want 6 miles and 10. I'll do 6 and 10. So radius of 10. Runway 07 right. Radius of 6. So 6 mile and a 10 mile fixed ring for us there. Just over 80 miles to top of descent, and now that weather's starting to get choppy. Look at that. This is the thunderstorm, the very bottom of the thunderstorm.
Ho Chi Minh Central, silakan 1123. Silakan 123 Ho Chi Minh. Silakan 123.
Oh, look at the colours. Actually, that is incredible. Not sure about them contrails though, they look a bit weird, don't they? That's insane, colour depth. Just as a well, this is default weather, live weather. And we just literally on the horizon there as well, we've got the contrails of another aeroplane flying towards too. Spectacular. It is, Doc, isn't it? Rather impressive.
Right, 120, Singapore 1.
It's going to get very busy very soon.
Singapore 236, right heading 350. 350, 236.
So we'll be descending through a thunderstorm in darkness into Ho Chi Minh. What's the worst that could happen? goodness me. There's a lot of aeroplanes being split left. Going the long way around the coast. Separation. So all those turn left heading 300 and all that sort of stuff, that is all of these guys here. Behind. Everybody's bunched up because they're all doing different speeds, and what it's doing now is causing issues for this controller, who's being quite proactive actually. They've just come into his airspace and they're splitting them all off the route completely, and they're getting vectored already from here all the way into Ho Chi Minh, which is pretty mega.
Arrival and 07 Whiskey right for Silk Air 2472. 472.
Bit tacoed. Not heard that for a little while. Let's look at our performance calculations as well, shall we? So, is it in here? No, it's in pilot brief, isn't it?
Direct B-Ban.
Spencer, good grief. I want the landing weight calculations. 56.9. Fresh metal, let's apply that. Flap 3, idle, let's do max reverse. Low auto brake, manual landing.
Right heading 330, Silankan 123. 123, disregard right heading 100.
Light rain, isn't it? So we'll do good to medium.
Right heading 100.
There we go. That about works as well. Andrew, good morning. Doc says the real aircraft of this call sign that we're using, Scooter 302 today, was holding for several minutes because traffic was too busy into Ho Chi Minh. We might get that today as well. Let's set low auto brake. Afternoon, Ryan. Hope you're well. Look at these colours, guys. The transition in MSFS of daylight to sunset is just spectacular, isn't it? Let's go back to that. Oh, look at that. This is why there's nothing better than flying. Nowhere else in the world would you get a view like this in real life, except for Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course. So you got all the ground down below there, lit up, little motorway. And you can see the we're actually over the coast now as well.
Silankan 113, attacking 132.356.
Andrew saying, I've always found the weather and scenery is interesting and spectacular in Southeast Asia. Nice to see you mixing it up, flying by there. Love Japan, South Korea and Thailand as well. Yeah, usually quite spectacular, isn't it? Christopher, they have switched to 07 right. Ashley's hoping for a white Christmas, fingers crossed, and saying, is VATSIM complicated? It seems like it is, yeah. It is quite complicated. It's basically both the pilots and the controllers are all trying to emulate real-world procedures, so they're all following it very accurately. As best as possible. Hi from the Midlands, says Mark. Welcome. My home county, West Midlands for me.
186 negative, expect runway 07 right. BITIS to go arrival. Whiskey.
ILS Whiskey for 07 right and BITIS to go for arrival. Singapore 186.
186.
Okay, so let's turn down the brightness of some of these screens because it's going to go dark. So we want to set the cabin up now, the cockpit, sorry, up for flying at night. And that involves us turning the brightness down of some of these displays, otherwise it will blind us on approach. It also means we can see the detail on the different screens a lot easier as well. That's looking pretty good. Night Shadow says, is there a pic of your setup in Discord? If you're on Instagram, have a look at my latest real Night Shadow and you'll see it there. I've got that incredible next level racing Boeing commercial edition seat. Ray Page, welcome. North Mids for Mark, nice. Great part of the county, great part of the world actually.
Good evening,
Enter destination data. I'm actually satisfied that is all complete now, to be honest.
First of all, I am motion control, but you are still identified. BITIS to go for arrival. Expect as whiskey 35. Expect as whiskey 079.
40 miles to top of descent.
BITIS to go. Expect iOS whiskey 079.
Jersey 2, greetings. I bought 7 flights Bangkok, but haven't flown it yet, says Christopher.
Yeah, 4178, descend now, flight level 190.
Is that on MSFS?
740
Yeah, 4170, that's good. Expect as X-ray 07 right.
He's just been given ILS X-ray.
07 right, whiskey 2. And request 07 right X-ray. Thank you.
659, expect as X-ray 07 right.
So, this happens a lot at Heathrow. I'm going to use that GPWS flap 3. I'm going to use config flap 3 for a landing into Ho Chi Minh today, because what it's going to do is give us a slightly faster approach speed, but it also means that we've got to we will be able to decelerate and vacate the runway a little bit quicker as well, if I've got it right, if I get it calculated correctly.
Margaret 17 for Singapore 178.
Singapore 187, request line flight level 400. Singapore 187, flight level 400.
Possibly not, Doc. I would imagine so.
Singapore 187, reduce Mach decimal 74.
Mark decimal 74 Singapore
117, is that in actually? Let's check this. 117, ITS, and course is 070. Good, that matches.
To section descent flight level 190.
Flight level 90, Hotel Golf Uniform 4.
Scooter 302 advance ready for descent.
Roger, I'll be top of descent in 1515 nautical miles. Scooter 302.
302, copy that.
Singapore 1705, request descent.
Yeah, 41705, descend now, flight level 210 initially.
Initial descent, hotel 210, Singapore 1705.
Tango Sierra 566
Request descent, please. Yeah,
at 5,250.
240, 236.
All that cloud ahead of us. I mean, that's pretty realistic looking, isn't it? Out the left window there. And it's going to be really busy. Dust 2 did its first full flight in the A310 this morning. Glad I did it offline as my approach was shocking. I also forgot to turn on LRM, which is probably for the best. Nice. At least you got into it. Ashley says, have I got the Eurofighter Typhoon by CJ Simulations? I haven't, no. To be honest, I kind of feel like fighter jets in MSFS are completely pointless. You can't... Who's doing Mach 84?
Action 074.
That's incredible. Yeah, I think if you want fighter jets, then why not purchase and fly on DCS? And at least then you can fire guns, drop bombs, do all the tactical stuff. That's Scooter 302, request descent.
Scooter 302, thank you very much. Descent flight level 190.
Descend flight level 190, Scooter 302.
Singapore 1705, descent flight level 190.
There we go, manage mode, flight level 190.
Descent hotel 190, Singapore 1705.
Look at that. Into the cloud now, folks, and into that thunderstorm that we saw on Volanta as well.
Singapore 236, confirm you're not direct B-band.
That view, what is it, Gav? It's bloody ripper, mate. Incredible.
A-frame, we are direct B-bound, 236. 236.
Aircraft behind us.
Singapore 186, are you able to mark decimal 82?
Negative, we can
Right, back in it. Is DCS on Xbox? Actually, no. Unfortunately, not. It's PC.
Copy.
Very realistic military simulation, though.
187, increase mark decimal 75. With Jet 259, report mark number.
Decimal 78 659.
There's that VNAV ball. Here we go.
Roger, reduce mark decimal 7.
Aircraft's caught up, and flight director should pitch nose down to capture the ball. Slightly missed it though. Look at that. Oh, it's missed it a lot. Crikey, missed it. Tons. 4,000 foot per minute. Blimmin' 4,700 foot per minute. Are they sure they've improved VNAV? We're doing 5,000 foot per minute now in descent. Right, now it should start to level off a little bit better now, I'd like to think. That VNAV ball. Streamlabs froze again. It shouldn't have done. It's still feeding on me, Christopher, out onto the stream. Oh, it's stabilised about 4,400 foot per minute rate of descent there. That's pretty severe again, though, isn't it? Rather wild. It's like a Stuka. Yeah, but it shouldn't be like that. We've gone back to 5,000 foot per minute.
Singapore 187, left heading 300 separation.
Wild. And yeah, this is what used to be Tiger Air. They've rebranded to Scoot.
Left heading 3.
Also, are there two music tracks Christopher says, are there two music tracks playing simultaneously? No. I don't know. I mean, you guys in the live chat could probably advise Christopher a bit better.
Good evening, depart.
It's only one song on my output, though.
Airway 029, 95, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, airway 029.
Direction, Jet 659, left heading 310.
Left heading 310.
I'm listening out for our instructions from ATC. We've got two approach controllers. We've got tower and ground online to see us into Ho Chi Minh. We've got the Dominic design team, Tan Son Nhat International Airport, Payware scenery as well for MSFS. That's a bit more reasonable. Look, 3,300 foot per minute. Yeah, we're really weird, Christopher. Not sure. Everything shows normal so far, touch wood, on this side. Birdman, they can't just get the VNAV right, can they? Blaming it on icing effects is just still broken. Yeah, pretty much. Bearing in mind, we've got icing effects switched off. It's not the icing effects. We know that. Last time they blamed toolbar pushback, didn't they? But I've actually uninstalled it because of what Fenix have said. We want another descent now. This is where it relies on other people being really switched on. The controller should not have to repeat the arrival twice. Yes, that's worth pointing out, Christopher. It's very, very difficult to create VNAV. Be aware there's some non-active exits. Make sure you vacate on the correct exit, Doc. Says, Doc, you don't have the one that you told me to try and aim for to hand, did you? Contact approach 125.5, Scooter 302.
330, if I left and left, 310 is the best way.
Thanks on that approach. Good evening, Scooter 302 is flight level 190. Inbound BITIS information Golf.
International Terminal Airway 013, good evening, airborne runway 07 left, passing 1,800, climbing 9,000, level 2 Bravo departure.
Hello.
Ho Chi Minh approach, Hotel Bravo Mike, Golf Uniform, good evening with you, passing flight level 240.
Is he there?
Approach, good evening, Singapore 178 level 190, requested in the set.
International Terminal 013.
Terminal got a bit
Good evening.
overloaded, he's text only. That's not good. I need to descend.
International Terminal Airway 013, transmitting on the blind, climbing 4,000 feet for 9,000.
Right, well. Tanson Nhat, terminal transmitting blind, Scooter 302, flight level 190, inbound BITIS, 12 nautical miles. I'm well above, I'm descending to 5,000 feet, Tango Sierra 556.
Contact Chi Minh Control on 132.350, thanks, 307.
I'm just making my own decisions now, because it's wiser to do so. Oh, here we got. Send 8,000. Send to 8,000, Scooter 302.
Ho Chi Minh approach, Hotel Bravo Mike, Golf Uniform, with you, flight level 200.
He's text only. That's really difficult. I don't know about you guys, but I have my V-pilot screen hidden during flight. Right, what are we anyway? That's really thrown me. We're below. Let's go down to 8,000, open descent.
Chi Minh approach, Singapore 105 is due for level 190.
No, it's 1010. Yeah, the controller's text only. I can't believe for an event they're doing text only. Same with Singapore on the departure. It makes it really difficult for us.
Control, Lufthansa Chi Minh 6, going around, we follow mid approach 3,000 feet.
Heading 360.
It's already gone for that 250 knots constraint as well. What is it doing? This is messy, isn't it, for an A320? I'm just going to leave it to do its thing. Otherwise it's going to struggle on the next bit.
Control, Lufthansa Chi Minh 6, going around, follow the mid approach, climbing 3,000 feet. Terminal, good evening, Vietnam 1312,000, climbing 9,000, follow the Pushback to Bravo. Terminal Control, good evening, Lufthansa 6996, we are going aground, follow the mid approach, climbing 3,000 feet.
That's a go around.
Vietnam 131, now climb 190. Terminal Control, with Lufthansa 66, radio check.
I think he's text only, your readability 5 for me.
Lufthansa 696, we are going around, runway 07 right, follow mid approach, climbing 3,000 feet.
Tansanat arrival on 126. Contacting approach arrival on 126.350 for Scooter 302. Thanks. Good night. 12635. 1187 is next. Tansanat arrival, good evening. Scooter 302 is Tango Sierra 566, descending 14,000 for 8,000 feet. Information Golf.
Scooter 302 arrival, roger. Just continue to descend. For now.
Yeah, we'll continue descent to 8,000, Scooter 302. I'm about 4,000 feet above the profile here, folks, which is where it's going to be difficult, actually, to try and achieve this. I mean, look, we've got 30 miles to touchdown, and we're at 13,000 feet. That's pretty steep. But there's nothing really we can do. We just got to rely on the controllers doing their job. That's where you guys will have seen me talk about text only. If you're joining VATSIM to be a pilot, it's actually really difficult.
Scooter 302, turn left, right to Sandu, as the right descend to 5,000 feet.
Descend to 5,000 feet. Just go ahead with the heading again, please, Scooter 302.
To Sandu, Sarah Alpha Mike Delta uniform.
Left turn Samdu, Scooter 302. We can do a direct to that.
Welcome in arrival, Rotterdam Mike Golf uniform with you passing 10,000 feet.
So that's 5,000. I'm gonna get spoilers out.
Bravo Mike Golf uniform arrival, roger. Where far you are on the heading?
Heading direction 090, Rotterdam Mike Golf uniform.
Hotel Golf uniform, roger.
Doc, I might have missed it. What was the vacating? Yeah, those exits are available on the scenery, but not pictured in the charts or pictured as XXX taxiway. Which was the one you said to try and vacate at?
Descend 7,000 feet onto Golf uniform.
I think we're catching up here, guys, on the profile. Just about. There we go. Let's get rid of the spoilers, so the ground spoilers then. It's going to help reduce that rate of descent. And I'm hoping now we...
Scooter for 302, maintain speed, you cut enough to otherwise.
What? Sorry, say again, Scooter 302, you're quite muffled.
Scooter 302, maintain speed, 250 knots to otherwise.
250 knots or less, Scooter 302. Do 230 then. Approach mode active. We've got one in there, look. So I'm expecting him to go in ahead of us. Therefore, I'm going to reduce our speed now early to sort of help him out. There he is. If we can see a green light, it means he's coming across in front of us. Therefore, he's in conflict with us, potentially. So we've got to be ahead of the game, really.
Say again, Hotel Golf uniform.
Hotel Golf uniform speed 220 knots.
220 knots, Hotel Golf uniform.
Right. Now he's gone, he's coloured in. Yeah, spoilers out again. Speed brake is armed. I'm going to get back down to that green dot speed. Now you can slip ahead of us. Ground spoilers retracted. Let's arm them now for the arrival. We're landing flap 3. Lights and signs all set as required, and the cabin ambience is looking pretty good as well. In fact, he's just been routed straight overhead.
Hotel Golf uniform, turn right heading 200 for spacing.
200, hot to go left.
Okay, Sierra 5 or Sierra 4, says Doc. Awesome. Okay, that's actually where my plan is going to take us if we brake this, if we brake nicely.
Skoda 302, descend to 2000, resume normal speed.
Descent 2000, resume normal speed, Scooter 302. There's the airfield.
Hotel Golf Uniform, verify you are turning right.
Left, hot to go uniform.
He said right turn, so even if the heading... So for example, the heading is 320, but he says turn right heading 320, you've got to go all the way around. You've got to turn right, go past 180 degrees, and then all the way around back to 320. I'm going to go flaps 1 now to get speed down to about 180 knots. LS mode is active.
Clear ILS Whiskey Romeo 07 right, coach report established.
Declared ILS Whiskey 07 right, this report established, Scooter 302. Tell you what though, we are still above the glide slope. Ground spoilers are armed, lights and signs are set, GPWS flaps 3, we're going low auto brake with reverse thrust.
Hotel Golf Uniform, your number to descend to 5000.
And have we got tower pre-tuned ready to go? I think we do. Tower 1187. 1187. On the glide slope now, just about. $10 miles. Going to arm approach mode. Just below the glide slope now, so that works. Let's even off the rate of descent. I'm going to put gear down as well, because I'm going to manage that speed with drag instead. Localizers active.
Hotel Golf Uniform, turn right heading 050 to final.
800 foot per minute, leveling off at 200, that's all good. Scooter 302 is established 07 right.
Scooter 302, continue on tower 118.7, bye bye.
Tower 118.7, Scooter 302, thanks, good night.
Good night.
Singapore radar hasn't handed us off yet, still, on hoppies. 1219. For ground. That's all good. That's on that tower. Good evening. Scooter 302 is established. ILS 7 miles. Runway 07 right land.
Scooter 302 Tasmania tower successfully 130 degrees 9 knots. Runway 07 right. Clear to land.
Clear to land. 07 right. Scooter 302. Good evening. Let's go straight to flap 3 now because we're coming in pretty quick. We've got our charts ready to go for a missed approach. That's going to be joint holding pattern at 3000, so let's get that set ready to go. QNH is set 1010, landing memos green. Here we go. We could probably do lower auto brake and idle reverse, to be honest. We've actually avoided the thunderstorm quite impressively as well. You can see all the rain off in the distance here. Spectacular approach, look at that. We go to the wing view quickly. What view is going to be the best? Look at that, folks. What's the touchdown rating going to be as well? That's the next question. About to find out. 1,000 feet.
1,000.
Autopilot off. We'll hand fly it in for the last little bit. So I'm just staring at the primary flight display at the moment, looking at those ILS diamonds. I'm not looking at the threshold of the runway or anything. It's quite tricky at night. Landing inhibit mode is active on the ECAM page. So I'm just flying to the flight director and that ILS diamonds. The horizontal and vertical guidance. Little correction on pitch.
500.
Radout's gone amber. Reset pitch back to our descent. About 700-800 foot per minute. And land is active.
Above. 300.
Staring at the threshold now. Continue. Wind's very variable. It's throwing us around a little bit. So I'm looking at the runway. Looking to the end.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Hold the flare. Oh, big float.
5.
Still in the touchdown zone. I'm actually going to use full reverse now. Well, it's not actually activated full reverse though. The reverse bug is still active in the Fenix. It's still there. 80 knots. Push on the stick. Still reverse idle. We're going to go to manual brakes. You guys were close, in the 200s there. Vacate right, Sierra 4, hold short, Victor, Scooter 302.
Scooter 302, contact around 121.9, see you.
Contact ground 121.9, Scooter 302, thanks. Of all the times for reverse thrust to engage, it was when I didn't want it. There's a lot of weird bugs with this still, isn't there? 121.9er, which is ground. Let's start QATL as well. The GSX. Yeah, we had it, then it ballooned. Something else Fenix won't fix, says Birdman. Ho Chi Minh ground, good evening, Scooter 302 has vacated Sierra 4, holding short of Victor. Request taxi to gates.
Scooter 304, good evening, taxi left on Sierra and Sierra 3, Victor, stand 9.
Taxi left Sierra, Victor, stand 9, Scooter 302.
Scooter 302, Sierra 3, Victor, stand 9.
Sierra 3, Victor, stand 9, Scooter 302.
Airway 03, hold short 1 way, 07 right, contact tower on 1 way.
My god, frame death. What the heck is going on there?
07 right, and contact tower 118.07, Airway 030, good day.
Brilliant. Brendan, it's been there for quite a few months, to be honest. God, what's happening with the frames? That's it. That's a redefining a straight out departure, isn't it? Unrestricted climb, straight out departure to flight level 800, ramp 9. Handling by Vietnam Airlines, lovely stuff. And the frames are back. I think that was just what that was actually. The frame loss was GSX loading in all of the stuff. stand 9 is pretty much in the corner over there. FSLTL, sadly, is changing all of these default aircraft to these white things if it can't match, and that's really frustrating. Now, there is a solution to that. I'm going to do it now. You're going to go into your vPilot settings, press the plus on model matching, and where it says your FSLTL rules is probably at the top, and below that is my VMR, most likely for AIG. Move my one up to the top, press apply, click OK. It's going to reload the model matching rules. Now let's see what has happened. Bingo. VietJet. The correct livery. Sierra 3 goes across. And we're following it in. APU is on bleeds. Let's go to a single engine taxi. So engine 2 is switched off now. Christopher, it's actually something they have moved, they have mentioned before. As Birdman said, we've seen it elsewhere as multiple times. The problem is what you forget as well, V1 and BB, whoever that is, and Easy Sim Pilot, some of them are actually involved in the business of Fenix. So if you're directly involved, what I usually say is take what they say with a pinch of salt, because a lot of it's going to be marketing related. They're not going to criticise something they've got financial incentive for necessarily. But a lot of people have had that reverse bug. Every time I fly the Fenix, I seem to have it, which is weird. But I've seen a lot of other people say the same thing too. And as Birdman says, what I find is they will say that they're going to do something, then they moan about the fit. You know, they moan about it being some other problem. So you like toolbar pushback. Oh, the VNAV is toolbar pushback that's messing the VNAV up.
724 taxi via Victor, hold short 05 initially.
07 left via Victor and hold short 05 initially, Victor 74.
It's interesting. So the VDGS, oh there it is, good stuff. I was going to say it's hidden away by the fact the jetty is stuck there. Don't know where the stop line is. Alright, there we go, we've got the zoom now, we can see. 19 meters apparently. 7? Oh, I've got no idea, I'm waiting for the stop line.
Ho Chi Minh Tower, Hotel Michael uniform at Hotel Sierra 5.
Hotel Bravo Michael uniform, stand by, traffic taxi out.
Standing by, Hotel Michael uniform.
Oh god, it's so heavy on the ground as well. I'm using 50% thrust with one engine just to get rolling a couple of meters before it stops itself. Stop. Bar brake set. And that's set there. Jolly good. APU's all good. That's all good. Strobes I can turn off now. I had it on auto, but that's all fine. Bit too far and askew. I tried. And this is nicely linked to GSX, so we should now get disembarkation. No, we did.
So we'll go follow traffic, Vietnam and hold short 7 right. So you just have to.
There we go. I've got no idea where the jetty's going to attach or if it's going to be some weird animation of floating people again. But a really good event.
Taxi via Sierra 5 and stand 17 Hotel Michael uniform.
Through the building, whoopsie. Oh yes, they're vacating via the floating stairs of justice. That does ruin it somewhat, doesn't it? Who have we got then? Flying in. Let's reset the view. Here is Dominic Design Team's Tanson Nhat.
Taxi on Sierra 6, left on Whiskey, Sierra 5, Tan 180, Sri Lanka Monarch.
Pretty nice. It's one of their earlier sceneries for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think they've just released a new one, haven't they? Don't forget Katie Pilot as well, Christopher. Look at that queue of traffic, 3 inbound. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Do you guys want to watch a few of these in daylight hours, or wind the time back to, we'll keep the time as it is, sorry, or wind it back to daylight hours? Oh, that's a heavy one. That's the A350. Is that Faris? No, can't remember. Still 45 minutes away, Gav says. I won't be able to wait for that, unfortunately. Holy Christ, that's a real close approach. He's on very short final. Scenery modelled the perimeter city as well, so it looks alive, says Doc. Is the A330 good enough for VATSIM? Lolo says. Not an event like this, no, because it's still quite raw. The Aerosoft one, when that comes, will be very good though. There's another Singapore A350, look at that. Well, Christopher's countered there, saying that fact remains here, many here are in the PMDG does no bad team.
Good evening, Singapore 178, okay, runway 07.
I think they've just created a very different product. I'm still not a fan at all of the fact that Fenix relies on a program outside the sim to run the aircraft. I don't like that. I think it just causes more issues than it needs to. But also, PMDG don't necessarily just blame freeware add-ons that cause problems and not fix it, if that makes sense either. So, different approaches to stuff. I love Fenix for what they've created. They've done an amazing job. But I think on the balance, I'm still very much, as you've put it, in the PMDG does no bad team. There are issues with it. Of course there are. There are things that need fixing. They need to hurry up with that EFB. I think in the main though, what they've created is an incredible aircraft, which is busy as well. It requires you to be a lot more forward thinking and a bit more involved. I like to say it for how it is. I'm not involved in any of these teams. I'm not involved with PMDG, I'm not involved with Fenix, I'm not involved with Just Flight. I stay on the outskirts of a lot of these things. The only thing I have been involved in was Fly-by-Wire. Really enjoyed my time helping those guys for the first year and a bit of development. A year and a half I think I was with those guys before I moved on. Yeah, there is that. Randazzo has said that Asobo have got stuff, they need to fix things in the sim before they can do X, Y and Z. The problem is, I don't know. I'm not a developer, so I don't know. So I have to take what is said at face value in that sense. Much the same as when Fenix say that... is everybody landing short here today? Goodness me. No, probably not Ashley. A340. Lufthansa. Old school. Yeah, I certainly don't want it to be a criticism of Fenix. It's not a criticism of Fenix. But things like their VNAV, it's quite messy still, isn't it? PMDG's VNAV is wonderful, it's really nice. It can be tripped up though. For me, the biggest issue with the PMDG is the fact you can crash the WASM module quite easily if you change a number of different approaches. Or I think that offset, do you remember a little while ago we were doing that flight to Skiathos, I tried that offset track. That crashed the WASM module. I've not tried it since. There are issues with every aircraft add-on. Of course there are. But it's how the developer tackles it, that's the difference. Fenix have got a lot to do with some of the bugs that we found. So like the reverse bug, that's annoying. The VNAV's quite messy.
Sierra 601 stand 3 to a 69
Singapore 178 on block. Thank you for your service. Good day.
We've got one for an immediate departure, one on about 4 miles final there as well. Oh no, he's crossing. There we are, he's runway crossing for departure on the left-hand runway. There you got one descending through the cloud there as well.
Singapore 236, parked at gate 16. Would like to say thank you for the ATC and we'll see you around.
Connect.
He's got the runway crossing in as well. Who else? That's the last one for the crossing. And that gives that pilot about 1.5 miles. Absolutely, Birdman. Speaking of PMDG, they've just updated the DC6, haven't they? Let's grab that off their forums. They've there we go. Yeah, they've updated the PMDG DC6 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. ... with more to come, as Robert Randazza has said. The update is very small and addresses a few key target areas that we want cleaned up, as well as a natural transition to ensure all of our products are now built using the latest SDK series. This is the first of 2, possibly 3 updates for the DC6 that will be released in rapid succession, and this update for the DC6 released today is built with the latest Sim Update 11 SDK, autopilot tuned to eliminate wing rocking reported by some customers when using VOR radial tracking. That's a really good fix actually, we've had that a lot. Regular pause as well as active pause are now supported. Integrated SDK changes to nose wheel steering and tyre definitions. And they've got another build of a DC6 that is about to go into testing. Awesome. Any builds just released Detroit? Yes, David, they have. I've got that sat in my account waiting to be used actually. Christopher, like I said, no one here says great that you show the bugs live when flying. I think you mean PMDG there. Like I said, there's a big bias here. I suppose you could quite easily say it's a bias. I kind of understand your point of view there. For me, it's a personal preference more than anything else. I just prefer the PMDG 737 as a package overall, as a product that I enjoy more than anything else at the moment that's offered. There we go. Singapore, Changi to Ho Chi Minh Tan Son Nhat International Airport. Look at that cityscape in the backdrop too, it's pretty cool. Thanks to the ATC controllers today for flying, or providing us the event as we flew along. Really good ATC throughout. Very enjoyable for sure. Thanks to all of you guys who flew along as well, and those of you who have decided to join us and subscribe today too. Really appreciate that. As John says, I'd like to give a big shout out to Asobo as well for giving us this wonderful platform for flight simming. It is pretty incredible, isn't it? Hope you've all enjoyed the stream today and the coverage of the event too. Hit like before you head off. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you've not done so already. And enjoy the rest of the weekend. And I'll catch you guys for another live stream towards the end of next week. In the meantime, as always, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you very soon. Take care.
Could you repeat at a taxi straight ahead? 1046.
That's Scooter 302. Shut down on stand. Logging off. Thank you for the service. Take care.
No problem. Have a good night.